Mm-hmm.
Real bad.
Real bad. Okay. No. I can't. Hello to all first-time buyers, returners, or window shoppers. Welcome to Off the Rack with Cordell, a podcast where we look into any and everything fashion. My name is Cordell Jones, and I'll be helping you today at your visit. On today's rack, I'll be talking with my special guest, Micah Barkley, about the fashion decade to end all fashion decades, the Y2K decade of fashion, for how it impacts our current closets to various things within the decade we like, don't like, or want to return, both good and bad. So stay tuned and have your carts ready because at Off the Rack, our conversations sell. Now, I will be highlighting another designer. Though it is not Black History Month, even though I thought I was going to have a little bit more for Black History Month, I'm going to keep this going because Black History is what every month. So the designer I will be highlighting today is Mowala Ogunlesi, famously known underneath the Mowala brand. She is a fashion designer and CEO of Mowala. She was born in Lagos, Nigeria. The 25-year-old fashion designer is the child of two designers themselves. She went to college and got a bachelor in the arts in fashion textiles at Central St. Martin's, which is also home to very famous fashion alumni like Riccardo Tisci, Stella McCartney, and one of my personal favorites, Alexander McQueen. Her first show was in 2019 and has since gained traction online amongst various celebs like Burna Boy, La Roche, Frank Ocean, and Rico Nasty, who just walked in her recent fashion show. Clothing within the brand is very gender fluid. It's unique. It has a very unique and artsy approach to what we consider simplistic clothing with the use of different materials such as leather, nylon, and other various things. It's very unisex, very androgynous, and I love the brand so much. And I hope that within the near future, it gets more attention within the American side of fashion, as it definitely is known across the tracks, but I know in America it could definitely blow up with the likes of different brands like Telfar, Laquan Smith, and all this other type of things. So, yeah. All right, so today my very special guest to deal with the Y2K decade, to kind of tell it how it is a third-year broadcast journalism scholar from Orlando, Florida. She is a featured writer and editor with Journey Magazine and the FAMU, respectively, and she is a member of the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical NAACP chapter, Gen Action chapter, BSLS chapter, and NABJ chapter. Excuse me. Please welcome my very special guest and dear friend, Micah Barkley.
Hey. What's up, y'all? My check went two. I'm so excited to be here today.
I cannot. How are you today?
I'm doing very good. I'm a little tired, but I'm so excited to talk about fashion today,
Love that. We
Really
push it through in
excited.
the namesake of fashion. I love that.
Real bad.
So now I'm going to start with some light questions before we get into, our main topic today, which is Y2K, and I like to do this with all my guests. So my first question is, what is your favorite clothing piece to wear?
Like brand or style or
Clothing piece.
clothing piece. One thing about it, I'm gonna wear the baggy jeans.
Real.
Always gotta look like Soldier Boy on a good day.
That's real.
Real bad.
That's real.
Gotta be hanging off the backside. Like gotta tied in the back. Gotta have like a two belt on the last extension.
Wow.
To hold them up. Thrifted jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Love them.
You also have a chain that hangs low and wobbles to the floor along with that
You're
outfit.
not funny. You're not funny.
I think I am.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
But
we both are.
look, I can't live without baggy. I don't know. Like back in the day, it used to be, of course, like all about like tight jeans and all that stuff. And of course, I used to like that. But I don't know. I just like we'll get into with Y2K and stuff like that. I just like the comfortable baggy throwback look. Like that's just me.
Mm-hmm. I love a good baggy jean. You feel lived in, and it's like real comfortable. It's always versatile. Jeans are always versatile.
When I sit down, you don't have to see the bottom of my stomach hang out.
Oh my God.
It's just like it looked good, and it's like with all the rolls mixed with the all the rolls mixed with the jean. Like you can't tell where the roll ends and the jean begins because it's all just one. So stand baggy jeans, real bad.
Oh my God. Okay. So my next question is, what is your favorite place to shop?
Ooh, I'm not gonna even lie. Definitely Plato's Closet. If we're talking about with thrifting wise, because I feel like Plato's Closet is so okay. It's not too down to earth real thrifting because I know Goodwill and stuff like that, or going to like an old shop or whatever that's like considered really good thrifting. But Plato's Closet is more mainstream. Since they're more mainstream, you get like secondhand good items from like almost like some of them are like luxury brands and stuff like that. So I love finding good find. I find great find at Plato's Closet.
What was the best find that you got at Plato's Closet?
The best find, child. Okay, so you know I love my K-pop. Let me tell you about it real quick. So my man J-Hope, for the Dynamite era, he had this Obey T-shirt.
Okay.
And it got like squares on it from like the brand. You know, back in the day, Obey used to be like so big. With like, okay, so he had an Obey T-shirt and it got like different colors. Like I know it got some green, red, and stuff in it. It's really, really cute. And so of course, men's section only, real bad. Go to the men's section. I'm just flipping through the shirts. I'm finding other good finds and stuff. Obey shirt. I said, wait a minute. This look a little familiar.
Was it the exact Obey shirt?
The exact Obey shirt. Like from the website that he had.
Wow.
$5. Get out my face.
Well, okay.
$5.
Yeah, you might have to take me there.
I'm definitely gonna put you on Plato's Closet, y'all.
Okay, so now, what's one tip you would give to someone about fashion in any aspect, whether it be styling, modeling, knowledge of fashion, all that jazz?
You gotta be comfortable in what you wear to even make it look good. You could be on a runway modeling for Versace, for I don't know what, Calvin Klein. I'm forgetting Alexander Selfie. Anyway, if you're a model and even you can portray your best act to, okay, I don't like this outfit they got me in, but it's for like a huge brand, and so I definitely want to wear it. If you don't feel comfortable in it, but if you don't feel comfortable in it and know that you look good in it or have that confidence to, even though you don't feel pretty, you know other people like think you pretty, so it gives you like a boost of confidence, then you really not gonna love what you do and keep going forward with it. Like with me, I used to, when my mom used to dress me and stuff back in the day for church.
Oh my God.
Literally, I would never feel confident. Like it was never, I would hate what I was wearing. Cause so my mom would always tell me I look pretty. Her friends would tell me I look pretty. And even other people would tell me I look pretty, but I never felt pretty until I started wearing what I wanted to. And even my mom hates the way I dress sometimes because it'd be overly baggy, but I love it, so I don't even care. Like all the negativity gets blocked out when you deep down love what you wear. So I say you gotta love the fit first. Don't wear it because it's just trending and it don't match nothing, you know.
That's real. You gotta love yourself and then love the things that you're wearing, because at that point, if you don't feel comfortable with what you're wearing, you're not gonna feel confident, and that confidence is also gonna show through with your outfit, and it's very evident. Just make sure that you like what you're doing, you like what you're wearing, and in that, you're able to kind of just, feel the best in general.
For sure.
All right, so now let's get started into our topic today, which is Y2K. Now, normally, most of the time when you're talking about Y2K, because most people think you're talking about the whole decade, but in my opinion, what I see as Y2K is more so that real, like, stark era from, like, 99 up until, like, 06, 07.
I was just going to say that.
With those kind of aesthetics, kind of, like, a little glam, a bit, like, I wouldn't say urban, but, like, more urban Black aesthetics as well. So that's my opinion on kind of the era and decade in which Y2K kind of took place. But I do want to know, Micah, what does Y2K mean to you?
Well, I know originally when people think of like Y2K, they talking about like not just from 90, like you said, 99 to 06. But I know a lot of people think of it as like just year 2000, like everybody going into a new, what's it called?
Millennium.
Yeah, millennium.
You're right.
So that era of, ooh, we're going into a new millennium, I want to dress different type. That's really what it means to me, starting a new era. But Y2K to me, just, it's not an era, it's a lifestyle. You gotta be one of the girls to wear some Y2K. I'm not going to
Paris.
Lie. Ooh, not too much.
That's hot.
We love her. But to me, it's like, it's a versatile thing with Y2K. It's like, you see how the women was dressing back then, you see how the men was dressing, and then you have everybody who was in the middle, just like, what's it called? A melting pot of like everything, just from the baggy clothes to the real tight clothes. From the minimal accessories to 15 bangles on each arm with the lined lip, the dark lined lips with the lip gloss, applying it like every 5 minutes. It's a lifestyle. Not many girls was chosen. Y2K Lations, 710.
Oh my God. Please. Okay, so my next question would be, how does Y2K style or fashion impact your everyday style?
Child, so, okay. I'm not going to even lie to you, back in the day, of course, going back to when my mom used to dress me, she used to dress me in the kid Y2K style. You know what I'm saying? So I was very cute, bright colors, very modest, you know what I'm saying, when going to church or going out with her friends. She dressed me like a little girl, you know what I'm saying, with the barrettes in my hair all throughout, had the bangles like this. So I used to hate it. I used to hate Y2K. I used to look at everybody and everything they was wearing, and I say, why would you want to wear that? Because you know, I grew up with a bunch of Caucasian counterparts in my life.
The
So
mountains of Caucasus, child.
ooh, we love y'all though.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
we love y'all on this melanated march.
We do. God is good. So I used to hate it, right?
Oh my God.
But what I will say is it affects me now and every day because, like my mom always says, you know, oh, everything's coming right back around. Like, y'all used to hate this style and now it's the trend now. Yeah, and what about it? So with me, with Y2K, I mix, like I said, I feel like I'm the mixture of Beyonce and Soulja Boy if they had a child.
Ooh, wow. That is a child.
That's a child.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not talking about personality-wise because I feel like that child would be a Leo, and I am a Libra.
Yeah.
And we're not going to get into that. We getting back to the fashion part.
Ooh.
So it's like my fashion varies. Like, it'll vary from real cute, tight, layering clothes to now I just look like an entire man. And I love it. Man, what they makeup did.
And that's fine.
That is very much fine.
That's fine. We love that in 2023.
So another way it impacts my everyday is because my mom hates what I wear. Because it's like, I like wearing clothes to the point where you don't see no shape. You know what I'm saying? And she's real like, you're wearing these clothes like they're too big. They're falling off you. Like, why? Oh my gosh. Where's your butt?
Please.
Like,
I can't.
And it's just with me, I used to, of course, like back in the day, want to be seen, want everything tight. But now it's like, that's not my style. Like, I don't need, people like good fits. It doesn't matter what you're showing or what you're not showing. This, like a fit that's fully covered and big with accessorized correctly could be just as good as, like, you know, a mini skirt later on, like a Leocore.
Yeah. Love me some Leocore.
Real bad.
Love me some Leocore.
And I could switch from that, a Leocore, my thighs a little big, but a Leocore to Soulja Boy.
And that's real. It's versatility. But I like that.
Really?
It's real. I would say that Y2K, honestly, I wouldn't say it impacts most of us that have, like, grown up in the early 2000s lives in terms of our fashion, but I feel like it, like, definitely, like, held an impact strong. Especially because for me, at least, I remember when I was a kid, for the most part, I kind of dressed like a normal boy would. You know, like most of the time, like sports shorts, like a dinosaur tee, or like some random superhero on a t-shirt, or somehow like a magically airbrushed Tweety Bird. I don't know how I have that, but I have that.
I love that.
But, you know, like, even at that point, because it was like, okay, I liked it, but, like, even when I used to, like, watch music videos, or, like, I'd watch, like, 106 in Park, and I'd see, like, Bow Wow in a video, or, like, see Sierra, and I'm like, oh, that's a cute outfit. I want to pull that off. And now, being older, having the ability to do so, it's kind of like, okay, I could dibble and dabble with stuff that I saw as a kid and try it out, and then see if, you know, it works in the modern day. And because it's come back around full circle, we're all honestly at some points kind of like living out the things that we saw once as kids, that it's like, oh, now we're able to do that and dress like that.
Exactly.
So it's cool to see. And now my next question, which, as we talked about those that were the color of the front of the palm, this could definitely come back around. There's always a lot of discourse in terms of who created Y2K style and aesthetics. And a lot of the times it always warps back around to a conversation about Black Y2K and white Y2K. And my question is simply, who do you think made Y2K fashion and made it known as what it is today?
Honestly, hot take, I don't know.
And that's understandable.
I am not going to lie to you. I'm thinking back to, honestly, okay, you know how you were saying the conversation between white Y2K and Black Y2K? When I think of Y2K, okay, I think of a mosh pit of just flashing images from movies back in my day. So I'm really thinking back here, Legally Blonde and what's the other one called? Mean Girls. That's not just Y2K, but that's what that's my perception of what it was back then. Who started it? I'm not going to even lie. I have no idea What do you say?
Because I wouldn't say I have much of a hot take, but I do kind of feel like whenever it comes to Y2K, because I always feel like there's certain like eras within it, I was just like certain people kind of took over that in terms of different realms. Because for me, I say the beginning half of it, more leading into like the futuristic cyber aesthetics, more like rhinestoney, flashy jewelry type thing. I believe that that was probably more pioneered through Black people and Black artists.
It was.
And then I say the latter half where it was more like model-esque, very like fashion forward, very, I wouldn't say fast fashion because at that point it wasn't really fast fashion for real.
Right.
But like more like designer, oh, we're going to come out in these sweatpants, but these sweatpants are going to be like Dior. I feel like that was more so probably pioneered with on the other side of the Y2K.
Right.
But I do feel like there was like a blend because I can't sit there and be like, okay, great. There was not an era where Paris Hilton was wearing Baby Fat, a known Black brand by Angela Lee Simmons. I can't act like, oh, we also weren't wearing Juicy Couture. Like, it's just, it like melds back and forth and back and forth. So it's like, I feel like on both ends, we definitely have impacted. Though, I mean, of course, I'm going to bias. But, you know, I believe that, you know, it's like an easy blend. You know, both of us impacted in various ways. And, you know, we take things from each other. We learn things from each other. And, you know, we kind of build it together to make what is known as Y2K in general.
And I can't even give you, like, I can't give a name for a person. But when I think of this question, I'm thinking of, like, what makes it, like, known to us today? Like, so I'm really thinking of, like, influencers and TikTokers that are trying to bring back like the Y2K style. And even then it has morphed into so many different things that to this day I can't even give you like a name. Honestly. Or even it's both sides, and what it is today, it's a mix of both sides.
Honestly.
I'll say that.
Yeah, definitely. So my next question is, what aspect of Y2K do you think is overlooked in mainstream culture?
The lifestyle. Like I was talking about earlier, like, okay, there's the culture. I mean, not the culture. There's the clothing itself, the hairstyles. Okay, but you have to understand, during Y2K, people dressed and act a certain way because of the influencers around them, and because when they went to school, this is what everyone was wearing. When they saw music videos or listened to certain music in the club, like this is what they were listening to. So they wanted to dance a certain way, act a certain way, so they found clothes to fit that way. So I think like the culture of just being confident in what you wear, and like people wasn't, well, I will say people were doing it because other people were doing certain things. So like if I wanted to get like a tramp stamp tattoo in the back, I saw this person have it. It was that kind of thing. And nowadays I feel like we try to gatekeep fashion. So I know there's like a lot of people who they're like, okay, well, Y2K, like you weren't born in the Y2K era. Like there's a lot of younger people from like ages like 13, 14, 15, 16, you know, that are trying to keep up this Y2K era. And I feel like us that were born then and weren't allowed to wear this stuff, we're trying to gatekeep the culture, when the culture back then was sharing what you got. Like you would get with your homegirls, swap clothes all the time. You would see somebody at the mall, okay, we're all about to get that tattoo because we'd all look cute. It was just, I feel like it was more unity, if that makes sense, in the fashion world back then. Like it was more just everybody looked this way. I'm not jealous because she looked this way, she looked that way, so I'm gonna look this way. So it was just everybody was kind of like a carbon copy. You know, like it was just a bunch of the same type of people, but nobody was jealous, nobody felt left out, because it was just like you can interpret it how you want to. And nowadays it's just like people will start judging you if you're not dressing to Y2K, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
I do feel like back then it was almost like you had the ability to almost be influenced by somebody else and it not be a bad thing.
Exactly.
And it'd be like you could still have your own identity, but it's like known that, okay, cool. You saw, I don't know, like Britney Spears wearing this like cute little denim top, and now you want to wear this denim top. Or, oh, you saw Jay-Z wearing these Rockaware jeans, and you're wearing these Rockaware jeans.
Oh, yes. My mom used to have me in some of that.
Oh, my God.
Yes, God. My mom used to have me in that from Ross.
Woo!
They used to
have it on lock.
Okay, continue.
Woo. No, you're right. But I do just feel like back then it was probably more like a community aspect. Because now, though I do like the more push to be unique, which I always stand on, I do feel like at times, if you do like following a trend, you can follow a trend. You know,
yeah.
It shouldn't be chastised. You know, just, you know, enjoy it, make it your own, and, you know, do what you want to do.
But I know there's a lot of people, like, it's a lot more, I would feel like, judgmental nowadays. Because if somebody sees somebody doing like a trend and they can actively say like, oh, she's not doing Y2K right. She did a misjustice to the child. We not in Y2K era.
Exactly.
We just taking things from Y2K and making it our own. So
Literally.
I don't have nothing to say about what nobody else wear. I know what I'm aware is what I'm aware. Like,
Real.
you can't even, sometimes my style, you can't even really count that as Y2K. But I consider my style Y2K influenced.
Same. But, you know, I always say don't pass judgment on people, especially when it comes to their outfits. Because realistically, we all like the same exact, I wouldn't say the same exact type of things, but we all like similar things.
Right.
Everything's going to flow back into each other. You can't say that you don't like pants. You can't say that you don't like shirts. It's all going to flow back into each other at some point in some time. So let people do what they want to do. Let them do what they want to like.
Because then I feel like, because it looks, feel like a lot of people are scared of looking different still.
Yes.
Like, it's becoming more of a thing where people are branching out into certain things, but I feel like still people are really scared to look like different from the rest of the crowd. But when that different becomes generalized and now everybody wearing it, what you once thought was ugly or like what you once thought was weird, now it's like, ooh, maybe I want to try it. But like, so you always thought it was cool, you just too
scared to
afraid
do it.
Child. Yep.
Child, preach on it. Now my next question is, like, 90s or 80s fashion making a resurgence every couple of years. Do you think that this Y2K resurgence will stay for a while, or do you think it'll kind of like fade out real soon?
I feel like it's already starting to evolve. So I feel like, okay, I know there are people, for example, that dress like they in the 50s, dress like they in like every single. Okay, we're not. Hey, the 50s. So
that's a decade in time you want to go back to. My God.
That was just an example. But quick. Diversion from that, but sometimes do you feel weird when you go on TikTok and you see like the women, oh, this is what they would dress like in the 30s? Because when I would see the white women, I'm just like, I can't compliment your outfit because I just feel like you was lying on black people in that outfit. Like, why am I seeing the inside of your kitchen?
I should be able to see your pots.
I should be able to see your back door.
I should be able to see the sun.
I should be able to see the cotton fields that are making your outfits.
And the grass, maybe, you know.
And maybe the woods where Harriet did lead me.
Oh,
if I was so
God.
lucky to catch the bus that day.
The bus? Catch the bus?
Child, the girls was on foot. Like I was saying, people dressing back like it was they do dress like they were in the 50s.
Yes.
There's people that dress like they're in the 70s, 80s. Like sometimes I'll pull out a nice thrifted sweater from back then, the 70s. I do have a few sweaters that were literally from like the 70s and stuff. And pull it out with some nice baggy jeans and some white like shoes and stuff, do my hair in a cute, and I look like I came out of like Full House. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's still people here and there that will dress like that. So I feel like Y2K style, there are going to be people like back, like in 2030, for example, that are dressing exactly like they came out of the year 2000. But I feel like right now in 2023, people are evolving the Y2K look. So it's becoming more of a cyber type of look. So I feel like this Y2K era that we're in right now, like everybody wanting to dress like they were in a throwback apple bottom jeans boots with the fur.
Please.
I feel like it's not gonna. I feel like we got a good 5 to 6 years before that starts becoming like taken over by heavily like cyber hyper realistic type of fashion. But I feel like you'll go out in the street and you'll see somebody with the same fashion on that you see like today. So I feel like we do have time with it because people have been dressing like that all throughout the years and stuff like that. It really hasn't died out like completely, but I feel like we're definitely going to move on, but it's still going to be there in the background.
I could definitely see that. And I definitely agree with the shift towards like futuristic aesthetics, because it's like even now seeing on different people's runways like Off-White, Balenciaga, seeing that they do kind of lean into like similar Y2K aesthetics, but they're also slightly dipping into that like futuristic feel, which is almost the same thing for the 2000s decade, where it was like in the beginning it was more so like within what we know as Y2K, and then later on they kind of shifted into these like futuristic ideas of what the next 10 years might look like. I imagine that probably soon after, because I can see the different blend within Y2K and then like a little cyber aesthetic.
Yeah.
I could kind of see probably soon, maybe in like that 5 years time ish, probably towards the end of the decade, we're gonna start seeing like an amp up towards like futuristic, maybe like cyberpunk esque like aesthetics when it comes to clothing and fashion. I can see that.
Right, because there's a few influencers. I don't know if you know him, but he be on TikTok and they're like, "Oh, make your most expensive outfit."
Wisdom.
That when I tell you, he is my number one, the person that I look up to.
Same.
I can't afford nothing he got on.
Oh my God.
But trust me, when FAMU stop playing and give me this refund check,
woo,
I will be finding dupes. And
Oh
I
my
will be
God.
sending, and I will be posing, me dressing up like him for a day. Because I think of him as, he's done Y2K outfits before. But his style is more so futuristic with the items he like chooses to wear and stuff like that. That it's like you can see some aspects of Y2K fashion, but that's what I mean as the evolving into the like cyber, type of clothing. Which he's just
He's
shout
amazing.
out him. Oh
I
my
just
gosh.
love the way he elevates things. Because even seeing like outfits where he just has on like a hoodie and some jeans, and it's like, oh, the jeans are Gaultier, the hoodie's Dior,
But
the
it's
shirt's
like-
Comme des Garçons, and it all
Yeah.
works together.
And my thing is, he really did this one TikTok recently where he styled the Astro boots. And it was just because those boots, I was like, they're cool with some outfits. He really taught me that it's okay for not everything to match and be the same color.
Yeah.
And color blocking is really like, if you make it look good. I don't know how he does it. He make it look good. Shout out to him.
Yeah, he do be eating the fashions up. I gotta give it to him.
Eat
I
it
gotta
up
give it
real
to him
bad.
because
Yep.
I love all of his little outfit videos. The last one, or not the last one, but something that he's doing, I think, coming up where he's like dressing as the Codename Kid Next Door.
I saw those.
It looked so good.
Bro.
Oh my God.
Those outfits were just, it was something like, I've never been one to sit up here and be like, okay, I'm going to try to recreate an outfit from somebody. I try to make it, no. I'm literally, I was looking online to find dupes of those outfits because now he's giving me everyday wear. Like his style is what I want to dress as.
Same.
Him.
Literally. He's him.
Himothy.
Liam Hemsworth.
Hemi Neutron.
Okay, so my next question is, being that Y2K was home to a lot of trends, low-rise jeans, tracksuits, Jordans, lots of different things, Air Force Ones. What is a Y2K style or trend that you actively wear or attempt to recreate and, try to live up to?
The hair.
Mm.
So I'm real big on, I don't know, the beads. They used to do the braids with the beads back then, right?
Oh, all the time.
Okay. So, because I just remember me as a child doing it. I wasn't too sure if, like, grown-ups were doing it and stuff. But I'll do, like, the twist. I know, did a lot of female, they didn't have a lot of locks back then, did they?
Not really. Or I guess not in the style where we'd have them today where
Not
they're, like,
today.
bigger. They're
Right.
usually, like, real, more, like, smaller.
Okay. So, with me, I love bigger hair because I feel like that accentuates, like, my face. My face is a lot more, like, round and stuff. So, I like bigger hair. So, I love having my hair all the way up, branching like this over my face. And then having the nice earrings. I got the FUBU earrings on today.
Mm.
FUBU X Forever 21.
Oh, they from Forever 21?
It's gone now.
Dang.
They had, okay, quickly before I get off track, they had this 2-piece denim.
Uh-huh.
It was either the jeans, you could get the jeans or the skirt version and the jean jacket. Matching suit that had FUBU all over. Like it was jean and then FUBU was in like a lighter jean color. Ate it up.
Oh my
Couldn't even get it. Didn't even make it in the right sizes. Was not size inclusive, but I digress. Got the FUBU earrings on right now. Like bigger earrings and stuff like that. I love living up to that and having like your whole face, like from your head down to your neck. I sometimes, when my outfit's not feeling really Y2K, I try to keep that part as much throwback as I can. So definitely the hairstyles from back then and the accessories from back then. Because I got the bangles on right now. The what's it called? The beauty supply store bangles.
Yeah.
I did get these from my job last summer.
That's real.
Where I worked at a beauty supply store.
That's real.
Real bad.
That's real. That's real.
With the long nails. I love me a long nail French tip. Don't look too hard because my nail's not done. I need a filling.
I'm looking.
But I'm so dead. He looked dead at him too and stared.
Sure did.
5 second stare.
Yeah.
And didn't like lose eye contact.
Nope. I had to get a look.
Ooh.
But I agree. I think for me, probably what I do the most when it comes to Y2K styling, definitely the jewelry.
Mm.
Definitely jewelry. I mean, right now, just because I knew it'd be a little bit of an audio issue. Usually, I always have a good couple of rings on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to start getting the bracelets and stuff like that. But I love a good little gold jewelry. Definitely, love a little silver. I got on my little silver earrings on my nose ring right now.
Mm-hmm.
Fake nose ring, but cute. Got a little silver grill. So
one thing about Cordell.
I'm sorry, I love a little accessory.
One thing about Cordeezy, he gonna put on them grills,
Yeah.
and they look good. Y'all are not him.
Thank you, Amazon. But yeah, and then definitely I love a good little like baggy shirt, baggy jean combo, especially when it's like on a day where I don't feel like trying to do something that shows body or like a silhouette or something, because it's still a silhouette, and it may not be like a fully realized silhouette, but it still works. And especially when you pair it like a good shoe, you accessorize it real well, you get a nice bag, it makes it works. And then your hair, definitely the hair. I mean, I kind of lean more into current day hair.
If y'all could see his hair right now,
current day hair. But I feel like, if I could pull it off, I'd probably be doing more like cornrows, braids to the back, more so like low cuts, waves. I tried to do waves, that didn't work out well. But, stuff like that. I like stuff from that era that, especially when then like seeped within Black culture, it's just like things that I've seen growing up and around my family and stuff that it's like, it's cool to try it out and do now as a grown adult and be able to kind of live out what I remember I used to see my friends' family, people I used to look up to do in real life. So my next question is, what is a early 2000s clothing brand that you hold near and dear to you and that you wish that could come back?
Baby Fat. Let me tell you something. My mama, good God. My mother, bro, would have me, I got to go back to Ross and Bells during that era. It was literally back during like from 2006, 7, and 8 and stuff when it was starting to die out just a tad bit. But so they would, instead of being like online and on these like big stores and stuff, they would resell them to like Bells and Ross so that they can still make a profit out of it. So I remember there were multiple times I had this Baby Fat tracksuit, baby blue.
Ooh.
I was cute. The dark skin with the blue contrasting was very, very cute.
It works.
They had the little Baby Fat, the little cat sign on the side. It said Baby Fat like all over, and it reminded me of Juicy Couture. But that was our black. Because was it Juicy Couture like a black owned?
Juicy Couture is a black owned.
Okay.
No, yeah.
So Baby Fat was our black owned Juicy Couture. So I would love to bring that back, tracksuits in that name, because I feel like those were more, I don't know, they were very much more size inclusive, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to worry, like, everybody who wore them looked good. So we'll love to.
That's real. And I love Baby Fat. Technically, Baby Fat came back with Forever 21, I think a year or two ago.
They did, but, and I'll just leave it there.
Oh, yikes.
They did. Like, FUBU came back, but...
Yikes. Sorry, Angela.
Yeah,
love
real
you.
bad. It's okay. You made it back, though. Forever 21 did try.
Yeah, they did.
Did they succeed? Not really.
Oh, yikes.
But, for modern day, Forever 21 been going downhill, but that's a conversation for another day.
Ooh, is it? My God. I was going to say, I have two. One of them being FUBU, because I just, like, I have a lot of vintage FUBU pieces. She holding up the earrings. Y'all can't see it, but yeah, she making sure we see them.
Real bad.
But I love me some FUBU. Like, I love a little FUBU jersey. They had great jeans as well. Like, I just kind of loved a lot of the stuff they did, especially like some of the stuff they did, like FUBU and Fat Albert. I'm talking about Fat Albert, the show.
OMG.
Some of those pieces were cute. Loved, I guess, how them as well as like Rockaware, Russell, Fat Farm, they all kind of like had these like great aesthetics that not only made us like look good, but made other people look good, and it just felt luxurious, and especially luxurious for us to have it like a reasonably affordable price. And my other brand, which whenever I bring it up at times, I'm like, it would be ridiculous for it to come back or for me to love it because I don't know how it would fit on my body. But I love me a Jenko jean. I love me
what you know
a
about
Jenko jean.
Woo,
baby.
I'm showing this to my mama listening to this. Because she going to be very confused as to how you know what this is.
What you mean how I know about Jenko jeans?
Y'all, Cordell is that man.
When I
Like,
tell you, I have for the last 3 years been looking at Janko jeans because for a while I was just like, I like baggy jeans and I like the way certain stores have baggy jeans, but they're always the same. It's just plain denim. There's nothing on them, which I mean, that's fine, but it's kind of like I wanted to kind of switch it up a little bit. And every single time I've gone online or like looked inside of stores sometimes, I will always see the most interesting pair of baggy jeans and they will always be Janko. And even currently, there was a bag of Jesus, a pair of baggy jeans that I saw that were from Janko, and they reminded me of either last year or the year before last Adidas Balenciaga collab,
mm,
where it was a
mm.
pair of denim jeans that were baggy, and it had the iconic Adidas two stripe, and the Janko jeans had the two stripe. So I was like, huh, that's
OMG.
cool. I need to get into that. And I've seen it with various colors and stuff. And Janko used to just do that all the time. And even Diesel does something similar where it's like a bit of like a two stripe, but you can kind of zip it down and there's like more fabric inside the zip. And it's like Janko has been doing that since the early 2000s. And I just appreciate the brand for what it is. And it definitely goes into like different parts of aesthetics. So it's never going to cyber, like, I guess cyber, more urban aesthetics, but it could also go into like emo mall goth aesthetics, which I also love.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I like a little Jekyll jean. It really works. It looks good, and it would work with anything in the current day.
Child, you just remind me, Diesel. Now, is that like that's a newer brand?
Oh, Diesel been around since the 90s.
Okay. So why did I not know that this was a brand? Because I'm seeing it resurface. Of course, it's becoming a lot popular in like 2023. All the
Mhm.
gotta go back to K-pop. All the K-pop girlies that have the Y2K clothing, but
Mhm.
like they making music. It sounds real good. Like I think what's it called, XG? That's one girl group.
Mhm.
They bring in Diesel back. I know my favorite girl group, Stacy.
Mm.
My favorite like person from there, Sayan, she has like for one of the albums like a Diesel shirt
Mhm.
with the belt, and I'm just like, this is what I mean by Y2K, but make it cyber, but make it
Mhm.
2023.
Diesel's always elevated their like clothing, and especially dipped into Y2K aesthetics. Because even their last collection that they just showed, either in Paris or New York, I'm not sure currently based off like the timeline, but I know it was one of them.
Mm,
The whole runway, a lot of it, because they specialize in denim, but it was like elevated denim, and it would be like, oh, like acid wash jeans,
mm,
but like, oh, it's gonna
mm,
be like in a balaclava, and then
mm.
having like a full face mask going on, and make like jeans that match the denim on the pants and the jacket, like a full realized outfit. Diesel has been really going at it when it comes to revolutionizing what you think as Y2K and then making it work within the modern era.
Like they're definitely coming back. Like,
Definitely.
and I feel so bad because I never knew what it was. I thought it was a brand that just came out maybe 2020
Mm-hmm.
that just got big.
Mm-hmm.
They are very stylish. I love that.
But yeah, they've been around since the 90s. They're real influential when it comes to denim and jeans, but now I feel like their presence is being shown more within the high fashion world
Definitely high fashion.
and showing what they can do.
Definitely love that
Hmm.
though.
Definitely. Love a little Diesel.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my next question, maybe my last question, who knows, is what influence do you think Y2K will have in the future with its current resurgence?
I feel like we've been talking about even in today, what
Mm-hmm.
it's already kind of like had, like it's evolving right now. Like definitely back, I'll stay back in 2020 to
Mm-hmm.
now. So that's been like 3 years. Y2K really like hit with,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm trying to think, when did TikTok come out?
TikTok came out, I would say 2019 officially, but it had more of like a real big impact during like
20
early 2020 because of
because
the
of COVID.
pandemic.
So I definitely know back then, like that's, I feel like, when of course people was wearing Y2K, but there wasn't like a big platform to show it.
Mm-hmm.
And now that TikTok reaching millions of people, somebody with this cool fashion, that's how like I feel like Y2K really presented themselves, because
Mm-hmm.
I really started getting into it by being influenced by people on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like um so far it's evolved, like I was saying, with the more like cyber type of like evolution, like you were talking about, like wisdom and stuff like that. He kind of took, that's the turn we're taking.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's like the baggy clothes, like I'll say like a baggy jean with a tighter top or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. That's what they used to wear back in the day in like the year 2000. Certain makeup trends and stuff like that have definitely had a influence
Mm-hmm.
on like what we are wearing and stuff today. So I think we're already in that transition period a little bit
Mm-hmm.
of figuring it out. We'll definitely dabble back and forth, but I know people tend to reference that year when they're thinking of anything to like, put on. They'll just, because I know me personally, like if I want to style an outfit, I have outfits that are trendy like in today's world, but I'll definitely go to Pinterest. It's not that funny. I'll definitely go to Pinterest and look up to Y2K themes and try to match what I have in my closet from them.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's like, if the outfit kind of looks like that, but you can tell it's not a Y2K outfit, go straight to the hair, get my nails done, like, wear these earrings, stuff like that. So I feel like it'll always have like, just like a generalized, we trying to get back to that era, but make it our own,
I definitely agree. I feel like for sure within, I guess, our generation of people, and more so with all of us coming into our own fashion styles, I feel like it's definitely going to have a like special place in our hearts. But I do feel like it's going to be able to elevate and evolve and change as the years come on. Especially because it's like it used to happen with 90s aesthetics because, before we're wearing tracksuits, kind of similar with baggy clothes, and all the different aesthetics that existed within the 90s, that coming back within the 2010s, but that also being elevated and changing and kind of making its own presence. I feel like that could definitely happen with what we now know as Y2K, and it could be something that in the future, I guess, if people look back and they're just like, oh, this is what Y2K is, it's probably not only going to be pictures from like 2004.
Right.
It's going to be pictures from our current year, maybe anything further on.
I kind of can't wait for that to happen. Because I already know, like, definitely a lot of people that were, like, growing around that era, they probably think, like, oh, this isn't Y2K era. Like, this isn't. But we're kind of trying to channel that. I don't know. We're trying to pay homage to it. And I feel like definitely our evolving plus what we're paying homage to is kind of getting mixed up with them. Like, we know the difference between OG Y2K and, like, what we're doing right now. But I feel like they don't. So, hopefully they'll see what we're trying to do.
It is. I hope they do, because it's not anything bad. We love Y2K.
We do. We just didn't love it back then. Well, some of us, i.e. me, didn't love it back then. And that's my fault. I took that L.
That's real.
There's so many outfits that I cried over in the store.
That's
Tantrum.
Real. That's real.
Because I didn't want to wear it.
I understand. Same for me.
All the other girls had their arms out and their stomach out. I wanted mine out. My mama said no.
Please. That's real, though. That was me. I was wearing my legs out, and I was like, I hate jeans. I ain't never going to wear jeans a day in my life.
And now?
And look at me now. I ain't got jeans on in this episode, but my God, if you see me on a regular day, I'm wearing jean galore.
I got the cargo. You saw the, I can't even lift my leg.
Oh, the little cargo jean?
With the Air Forces?
Oh.
If y'all could see.
Those are cute Air Forces.
And the Air Forces I got like the little metallic Nike signs.
Where'd you get them from?
DTLR 120. I wish y'all could see.
Oh my God.
They look good, mismatched socks, but you can't tell. Really cute. And I got the mini shirt on with the back. Man.
Yeah, she a fashion stunner.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
With no makeup done, so I kind of look a little beat a little bit. But
no,
not
but
in
your
the
face still beat though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Skincare.
Yeah, you chewed.
Real
you
bad.
Chewed that. So that was my last question. So I'd like to thank you all for spending your time with me and shopping here today at Off the Rack with Cordell. My name is Cordell, and if you'd like to find me or know more about me and my fashions, you could find me on Instagram at Cordell. My name without vowels, though. It's spelled CRDLLLL. Or just find me at somebody's $5 rack or underneath the Blue Right Special, because I love a sale. And where can they find you, Micah?
They can find me on Instagram at Micah Barkley, MICAHBARKLEY, and I do have a YouTube channel where I do a little bit of vlogging. That's just Micah Barkley, MICAHBARKLEY. I will not share my Twitter because I do not want to get in trouble.
That is understandable.
Woo. It's nothing bad, mommy, if you're listening. I have to say that. It's nothing bad. It's just a bunch of, it's a K-pop account. K-pop stan account.
And what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I have gotten comments about you post too much stuff about K-pop. Well, you know what you did when you followed me.
You can see the profile. If the profile picture is a picture of J-Hope, then you know what's going on.
Real bad. If I have, like, Korean letters in my body, just don't.
Exactly.
Real Hope World. That's what it is. Real Hope World. You can find me on Twitter at Real Hope World. RealHopewRld.
Wow.
I follow back.
Love the plug. But thank you all for listening. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Off the Rack is a show produced in the studios of WANM-FM 90.5 in the School of Journalism and Graphic Communications at Florida A&M University.